Kinsley.
What's up with us?
And Lila. Why did the pony have a cough?
Why?
Because it was a little horse.
That's a real knee slapper there,
Ha
Lila. Applause.
I'm not the funny one.
Speaking of, did you know certain types of miniature ponies can also be classified as service animals, which is what today's episode is about.
We're also going to be talking about ESAs, or emotional support animals.
This is What's Up With Us, ESAs versus animals.
If you haven't noticed by the lackluster laughter, we are missing Joey today, but that's okay. We'll still be getting some pretty good points in. Alright, so other than miniature ponies, service animals can be any breed or size of dog, and they're trained to perform a task directly related to somebody's disability.
Fire.
Yep. They're the ones with the little vests that you see a lot of the time. I'm sure you've seen at least one in passing. Maybe.
I mean, they have many different tasks.
True. Yeah, they can be anything.
If you haven't seen one in real life, I feel like it's pretty, like you've seen one on TikTok or something like that. I don't know, I've seen ones on TikTok.
Yeah.
I have yet to see a supportive service pony, but I want to.
I really want to see a service
Ponies seem kind of fire, though.
Yeah.
What do they do, though?
I don't.
Is
I
there
mean,
a
they
specific
probably.
job that ponies specifically have?
I don't know, but they can be. I feel like they can be trained to do specific tasks that service dogs can do too. Like they can guide. They could probably guide blind people because they're
Just
small.
Hop up on the pony.
They're small. They're like large dog size. When I say miniature
Yes.
pony, I mean miniature.
They're very miniature.
Yeah,
I
hence why
did-
they can be classified.
I did hear once from, I'm pretty sure it was somebody that had a service animal. I heard that ponies are better than dogs if you want like a long-term partner.
Because they live longer.
So
And they can be expensive
That's
to
what-
train.
that's
like-
what ponies can be better for.
Yep. So it exists.
It really
it's just not
depends.
common. Yeah, but service animals can do any kind of job. From alerting somebody to blood sugar drop, to guiding a blind person. There's a lot of things they can do.
I've seen the emotional support, not emotional.
They can
support.
alert
I'm
people
mixing them up. I've heard a service pig.
Oh, I didn't know that was allowed. I just knew it was dogs and miniature ponies.
Oh, well, you learn new things every day, guys.
That's what we're here for.
Service animals are not required to get certified or go through a professional training program, but they still are like certified still, so they can do their tasks or whatever. But they are also not required to wear a vest or other ID that indicates that they're a service dog. So, you know, even though it might not look like a service dog, they still could be a service dog, guys.
Yep.
Never assume.
Never assume. But when some of them will wear the vest or ID where it'll say like service dog at work, and you don't want to pet them, obviously. Or
Most
anything
of the
like
time,
that.
their vests will have a little patch that says, working animal, do not pet.
They're very cute. Oh, the little vests, but they're also very important to read. Very, very important.
Respect people's boundaries.
They're
please.
dapper little guys.
They are dapper
Very
little
dapper
guys.
little guys.
With their little professional little worker vests. They got full-on jobs. They're so cute.
On the job all the time.
They're so important and so cute simultaneously.
Service animals are not for emotional support or comfort because those aren't tasks that are directly relating to someone's disability. So the difference between a service animal and an ESA is that a service animal is trained to sense like oncoming panic or anxiety attacks, while an ESA is an animal whose mere presence provides the comfort.
Yeah. And those specific ones trained to sense panic attacks, anxiety attacks, mental things, I believe are called psychological support dogs oftentimes. So another fancy name for you.
That makes sense.
Fancy names.
You know, me and my official terms.
Official terms are scary. What are you talking about?
But yeah, no, because comfort isn't necessarily a task. So
I feel like more of a task would be, and I know you said this, but like sensing when somebody's about to have like a seizure or whatever. That's a task.
Yes, because they will kind of, a lot of the time, a dog will be trained to like jump up onto its owner's, like a service dog will be trained to jump up onto its owner's leg if it's trying to sense something like a seizure or a blood sugar drop, to like let its owner know, sit down. Or if they are sitting, it will like sit in their lap.
Yeah, usually they'll have like a specific alert that they have, and then they'll get them on the ground to a safe place.
And sometimes they're trained to like go get something.
They're trained. They're trained to find help, which is honestly amazing that a dog can be trained to do that. Like
and like go grab a specific thing if the
they can be trained to grab medicine.
Yeah.
There there are so many things that they can do.
They can open fridges and stuff, so
That they
there's
can.
that.
I'm sure there are ways that can make it easier for a dog, like you could add some kind of like handle or something. But
Like
yeah,
a
no, they can
little
be trained to
rope.
open fridges and things.
Yeah, you could add one of those little rope toys.
Yep.
Lila said.
Put a rope toy on the fridge, have the dog bring you an ice pack. I mean, that would help for somebody with something like POTS, maybe.
Actually, yeah, it probably would.
Because they could grab like an ice pack because they have trouble regulating temperature.
The dog a mini fridge.
Just get the dog a mini fridge.
Dog's own mini fridge.
This is the dog.
See?
Little dog treats right next to the ice pack.
Yes, bro. You
Yes.
get one every time you give me an ice pack.
Yes, sirree.
I feel like that wouldn't be good training, but
I
Well,
don't
no, when you're
know.
trying to train the dog, giving it like a treat or something
That
after,
will help,
after
yeah.
every time it successfully completes the task.
I don't know. I've never had a pet before. Service dogs can go places that have no pets roles, such as restaurants, shops, hospitals, schools, hotels, and certain types of housing, like apartments.
Yeah, which makes sense because you kind of need them.
They
Oftentimes.
can't be like, no, you know that thing that's like very important for your life? No, you can't have that.
Regulated by the ADA, the American Disability Association. The allowance for service dogs and things. A lot of these things are.
I think I remember the first time, like, I saw one of the signs that says service pets were allowed, but pets weren't, was at the Walmart when I was, like, really young. I don't know why I remember that, but they have, like, that blue sign with the white lettering, and that's why I remember it, I think.
I mean, good to know, I guess.
Walmart lets service dogs in, guys.
I mean, they kind of have to.
It's kind of the
Kind of the law.
I know,
Laws.
believe me.
Yeah, no, it's weird to think about that a lot of this didn't come around until when we were born, too.
Yeah, no.
Just,
We've
it
always
just
kind of grown up with
existed.
it.
it's just existed since we were born, but there are people who,
Like my parents.
yeah, probably grew up in a time where these regulations didn't exist and people couldn't have what they needed in places. Which is strange to think about now.
Right.
Very strange.
Especially
Did
at our
we
age.
talk about a rule like that with like wheelchair ramps? and
Yes,
stuff?
we
That was
did.
in
It's
the
for
past?
regular disabilities. There's also things like that again didn't come around until like 2010.
Was that on this podcast, or were we just doing that as a Girl Scout?
I think
thing?
we were doing that as
Yeah.
a Girl Scout thing.
That was not on this podcast, so
Hey, but
new
it still
information for
relates.
you guys.
Yay.
Related
See,
information.
It all comes back.
Yep. So if you're working at a business or a facility, there are certain things you can and cannot ask about a potential service animal, or that like you can and you do and do not have the right to ask and get a response to, I guess. So things that you can, like, is this dog a service animal? Is this dog a service animal required because of a disability? Like, what work or task has this dog been trained to perform? You can ask what task it has been trained to perform, but you cannot ask it to demonstrate that task. You also are not entitled to a response if you ask about their disability, and you are most certainly not entitled to documentation that it is a registered, licensed, or certified service dog. It's also, people are not required to give you their personal medical information in any circumstance,
Right.
unless you're like a doctor trying to treat a medical disorder.
Because
Don't
that's
give
illegal.
people your medical information. They're probably trying
a
to be
bad
bad.
idea.
Very important life
Crimes.
tip, guys. Very important life tip. Do not give out any of your personal information.
Yeah.
Like your social security number. Don't do that.
That is not related to this, but it is also important to know.
Tangents.
Yeah, don't
Woo.
do that, guys.
Okay, but yeah, no, it is like, also it's just kind of disrespectful to be like, can I have some documentation?
Like, what do you need this for?
Can you,
Right.
you can ask.
I know, I'm just saying, but like
What
if
task?
they say it in like a
Yeah.
rude tone, like
Yeah, no,
like,
like,
what's your disability? What do you need this
like
for?
looking at it like, you don't look disabled. What's your
That
disability
doesn't
about?
matter.
People like that.
Invisible disabilities are still very much a thing.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, guys.
Like,
Yes.
we've mentioned one of them earlier when we talked about, disabilities that cause seizures. That's considered an invisible disability because you don't see it
They
on
don't
a
look
person.
different.
Yes, this is my seizure thing.
Yeah. People with, I mentioned this earlier, low blood sugar, hypoglycemia. Again, invisible disability. And they may need a service animal for that.
Yes.
Imagine a little pony being, I've never,
But-
imagine a little pony being like, hey, your blood
Just,
sugar's low.
Walking down the street and run into a service pony one day, because that I would love to be able to see that.
It'd be
Yeah.
fire, I think.
They also don't talk. They don't go, hey,
No.
your blood sugar's low.
Hey.
No, but like imagine it nudging you, and that's like its like that's like its little like
That would be
cue.
adorable.
It's like, hey, your blood sugar's low.
Like
but
that's
this is-
obviously a bad thing because you're like about to collapse, but I still think that would be adorable.
It's an adorable way to find out you're about to
Probably
collapse.
Like, oh, I'm about to fall
Okay, we should
over.
probably move on.
Yes, move on.
All right.
A A business or government can disallow a service animal if it could fundamentally alter goods, services, programs, or activities in the situation. Such as, in an operation room, which I don't know, operating room, I can't talk, guys.
Operation room.
Don't worry about it.
It's a room where you play the game Operation.
Anyways, in an OR where the dog could compromise the sterile environment. Because we want people to be operated on safely, guys, and we do not need dog fur in their inside.
And obviously, when you think about it that way, it's reasonable to disallow.
I feel like that, yeah. As
Yeah.
long as they're doing it in a respectful way.
Yeah, and
I
it's not like, hey, this would like significantly alter the service that we're trying to provide, so we cannot let the animal in here.
Yep, makes sense.
As long as they're not being like, yeah, no, we just don't want that here.
Yeah.
Right, that is where I draw the line.
There is a line to be drawn.
And it is
Right there.
Being mean. Don't be mean, guys.
Don't be mean. Be respectful. No matter what you're doing, if you're interacting with a service dog or somebody with a service dog, be respectful.
Be respectful
in
all the
general.
time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like I'm specifically talking about this topic.
I mean, that makes sense.
But yes, just in general, be respectful. Don't be mean.
Yeah, guys, we
Life
do not
lessons.
support that on this channel.
Yes, we are quite literally kind of here to teach you life lessons, aren't we?
I
In
know.
a way.
That's kind of like our entire job right now.
Fire.
Learn
Yes.
life lessons from people who have lived not that much life.
We're kind of still trying to figure it out.
We've
Yeah.
experienced life.
About as much as you listening to this probably have, because this is made by teens for teens.
Hopefully.
Fire.
If you're an adult, then you haven't.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't lived as long as
We're
you're
not.
an adult.
State and local governments can require service dogs to be licensed and vaccinated if it's required of all dogs, offer voluntary service dog registration programs, not require certification or registration of service dogs, and they cannot ban a service dog based on its breed.
Yep, any dog can be a service dog. Quite
Can my
literally.
poodle be a service dog?
If it's trained to complete a specific task for a
I
disability,
I
then yes.
know someone with a poodle as a service dog. It's a big
Nice.
poodle.
I actually don't
Big,
have
big
a
poodle.
poodle, guys. I don't know why I said poodle.
Could your wiener dog be a service dog?
Probably. He wouldn't be very good at it, though.
He would not. But yeah, okay, so they can require vaccination if it's required. They can't be like only the service dogs.
I feel like all dogs should be vaccinated, guys.
Yeah.
Protect our
Also, you
dogs
just
against
don't want
rabies.
your service dog to get
Sick.
Right.
'Cause
Exactly.
That would not be great for you.
That would be great for you or the dog.
Or the dog, yeah.
wouldn't be great for anyone.
Your dog isn't feeling good. You aren't feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't think
The
that's
dog,
a.
yeah.
But
I
like,
feel like that's a lose-lose situation, guys.
I think we mentioned the certification thing earlier, but it is another thing to obviously bring up again, just because they can offer
They can
certification.
voluntarily.
They can offer voluntary certification, but they cannot force you to certify.
You cannot be
Certify.
certified.
There's an S in the word now.
Certify your service dog. It's fine. I've come up with many words recently. Typos when you write them down are called rightos now, by the way.
Oh,
Cool.
good to know.
But
I do them
yeah.
a lot then.
But yeah, there's a lot of things about service dogs.
There's a lot of nuances.
Well, I'd hope so, because they are something that are very important to people. So you don't want them to you don't want people to be able to do whatever they want in terms of like allowing them, because then
Yeah.
people are gonna be rude about it. There's rude people in the world.
Unfortunately. Me and Kinsley are on the same wavelength today,
Yes.
guys.
ESAs/emotional support animals are pets, not service animals.
So we moved on from service animals.
Just
as you
by
can
the
tell.
way.
And most places are not required to accommodate ESAs, such as airlines, stores, restaurants, etc.
Most airlines actually don't accommodate ESAs on flights, like with you, the same way they do service animals. It depends on the airline, though, I think. Restaurants and stores very much depends.
I don't know, I feel like there are definitely certain spaces made for ESAs probably, but I would not know what those are.
Yeah, there probably is. There are places that will allow them, like they do service dogs. And there are places that you are supposed to be allowed to bring ESAs into, but most establishments are not required to accommodate them the same way they do service animals.
I will tell you one place that you're allowed to bring your ESAs in. Lowe's. You can bring your normal pets in there too.
Yes.
Lowe's allows dogs, guys. Not the food store. The hardware store.
Just
by
the way.
Okay, mental health professionals prescribe ESAs under the law. And again, an ESA is technically not, it's not a service animal, but it's also not just a pet. It needs to be licensed or prescribed. Licensed by a licensed medical health professional. That makes total sense. To someone that they consider to have a disabling mental illness. So oftentimes you'll get like a medical professional, hey, you need this, for a mental illness.
They do actually do things, though. You can't just take a random pet off the street and call it your ESA.
Yeah, they do have to be licensed. I think you can get them licensed, on, I forgot the name of the website, but there is a website where you can get them certified.
Google it, guys. Google is your best friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Not the AI overview, but the site's
Not
on
the
Google.
AI overview.
The site's
That's
on
never
Google.
even right, anyways.
No, it's not.
It's really not. Anyways, but yeah, so ESA is like there's a line between pet and service animal. ESA uses that line like a jump rope, if you've ever heard that reference.
I feel like ESA is like a step up above a pet, but a step below.
Yeah, it's walking that line like a tightrope between
Yes.
pet and service animal. I love my metaphors. I don't know if you can tell.
We know.
Once again, even though ESAs aren't just pets, they're still not service animals, because service animals are defined by the ADA as dogs that that are individually trained to do work or perform tasks for people with a disability. So, there's that. ESAs provide companionship for people with mental illness but are not trained for certain tasks.
Yep. Comfort is not a specialized task, as much as we love it.
It's just kind of there. And then ESAs are also not psychiatric service dogs.
That's the word I was looking for earlier, psychiatric.
You got that. PSDs have to be trained for a specific support task, such as like helping with panic attacks.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier with the helping with panic attacks or anxiety attacks, or being like, hey, you're panicking, you should sit down, but like in dog. Or pony.
Or pony.
Or apparently pig.
We're going back to that, the pony.
Or apparently pig.
Or apparently pig.
It was a good joke.
It was.
It
It
was.
was. Okay, but yeah, no, so, yeah, not service animals, because they're not, because, again, comfort, not a specialized task. Something that some people need, but it's not, you're not trained to provide comfort. And also, things like, cuddling on command or something to bring comfort, still not necessarily a specialized task.
Unfortunately. But it's okay, guys.
It's okay.
We still love your ESAs.
We
love
love
all
them.
animals.
We love all the animals, unless they're really mean. Or they have
Yes.
rabies.
That's-
Yes.
Then we love them
too.
from afar.
Yes.
Love them from a distance.
Alright.
ESA pet owners cannot be denied housing or forced to pay a pet deposit for a prescribed ESA. But the ESAs are not accommodated on airlines.
Yep, which is one of the things we mentioned earlier. Some airline, like, they're not required to be, and they're often not. But you might be able to find airlines with more lenient policies. You'd have to, like, literally ask the airline.
You gotta
Yeah.
search, guys.
You gotta search, and you gotta maybe contact, like, customer support or whatever airlines have.
Give them a call.
Ring them up, you know?
Give them a ring, yep. Old
Oh my
terms for you guys there.
But then,
That's
yeah,
not an
like, you
old
can,
term.
you can, I'm pretty sure you can have an ESA in a college dorm or an apartment if they have a no pets policy. If it's prescribed and certified and all that. Or licensed, that's the word. Licensed, certified?
I think they're interchangeable.
I feel
I
like
don't
they're in this context. I feel like they're interchangeable.
But it has to be, like, prescribed and everything. It has to be official.
You know what we mean.
You
Yeah.
know
You
what we're
understand,
talking
I
about.
hope.
Yeah. And then, obviously, like, apartments can't be like, you have to pay a deposit for this animal. Like, if you have a pet. I don't think they can do that with ESAs. That's what it was saying with pets.
Prescribed.
It's like prescription medication, but it's an animal.
Real.
That sounds kind of mean to say.
I was gonna say, that sounds so wrong. I
It's
don't like that.
okay.
It's like,
They're called prescribed ESAs.
I mean, yeah,
imagine,
but,
like, no, you can't be here because you have this medicine. We don't like that.
Yeah, that's like,
It's
yeah,
like
like
the same
you can't,
logic.
you can't live here because you have this medicine. They can't do that.
Right.
They also can't do the same thing with ESAs. I mean, stores probably wouldn't ban you based on medicine, which doesn't make sense. But they can be like, you can't bring that animal in here.
Yeah.
It really just
on-
depends, guys.
It depends on the place, and if you have an ESA or you are planning to get one prescribed.
And if it's owned privately or publicly.
Well, I was gonna say if you
Sorry.
are going to get an ESA prescribed, or if you have an ESA, do research. That's always the best advice we can
But
give.
yeah, the depends on whether ESAs are allowed or if a company is like, or if a company or business is privately or publicly owned.
There's a lot of nuances, though.
You might be able to, if you like check a website, it might have like a little policy about it.
Yep, it probably will.
Always do more research, guys.
Yes, that's the best advice we can give you here. Do your own research. Alright. Marie.
And
Jovi. Kinsley.
Lila.
That's what